outside, Dreidel Hanover in Twilight Zone. It's a field of 7 for the second. Here they come. The field for the second race in the stretch gathering speed. And they're at the start of the rough, and Magical Albert, Simon said, for Kevin's sake, and About a Boy is firing hard on the outside, out wide around that first turn, and then down to the inside is Tarot, then it is back to Dreidel Hanover, and Twilight Zone is trailing the field. For Kevin's sake has got the lead, and Simon said is positioned second. Then it is Magical Albert racing on the pylon third, in front of About a Boy and Tarot, and the trailing pair of Dreidel Hanover and Twilight Zone, and on the race past the opening quarter. And for Kevin's sake, with a lead of a length and a half over Simon said, Magical Albert still working on the outside. 28-2 is the opening quarter, and About a Boy is about 4 lengths from the lead and is working on the outside as well. Then it is back to Tarot and Dreidel Hanover in Twilight Zone. They come off the turn, and they're chasing for Kevin's sake up to the half. For Kevin's sake, with a lead of just about a length on the outside. Magical Albert, Simon said on the inside is third, and About a Boy is situated second over. Half was 58-3. Dreidel Hanover is fifth, and Tarot is sixth, and racing seventh. Twilight Zone. They work their way to the 5/8. And it is still for Kevin's sake. Magical Albert on the outside is grinding hard and has a length and a quarter from the front. Simon set inside third, and About a Boy is looming and is sent out 3 wide now. Here comes About a Boy, moving hard against for Kevin's sake, and Magical Albert hasn't thrown in the towel just yet. From the outside now, Tarot is closing ground, and on the inside, Simon said, backfield, Twilight Zone is in motion, and Dreidel Hanover, but About a Boy now is sharp and leading, and is in front by 2 1/4, 3/4, 128-4. Tarot is racing second, Twilight Zone on the outside, and then Magical Albert in for Kevin's sake, but right now it's About a Boy who's freewheeling on top. About a Boy has got this one sewn up. About a Boy will win. Then the battle for second goes to Twilight Zone over Tarot, and fourth was Magical Albert. About a Boy, 157-2. Wheeling back in front of us is the winner of race number 2. It's number 5, About a Boy. The top 4, 5, 7, 3, 4. There is 5, About a Boy. 6-year-old Dally Bay gelding, owned by Luke Willett and Paul Bernard, Anita Willett, the trainer, and Travis Cullen, the winning driver. 15th win for About a Boy, 157-2. The second race, a mutual price is 5, About a Boy, 360, 290, 280, 7, Twilight Zone, 28.60 and 630, and 3, Tarot, 350. $2 exact or $88.60, try, 140.15.